Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, our today's guest is living her dream by doing her dream job, redefining modern nail art.
And her dream about being an artist started when she was very young, and today she's painting the most innovative nail designs.
Her nail art dominates the fashion world and can be found in many print publications, editorials, TV commercials, as well as on the runway.
And she worked at Balenciaga, Hermès, Tiffany Co, and all of the brands you can possibly think of. And she has also painted nails for magazines, including Numero, V, Vogue, W.
Today's guest, Honey Nails. Welcome, Honey.
Hello, honey. I'm so happy you came.
Thank you
so
for
much
having me.
Thank you so much. I mean, to have such an icon, it's a privilege.
Thank you.
Honey, tell us. So there is this thing that you've been referring to all the celebrities as Honey, and that's how you pick the name for yourself, or I'm wrong?
Yeah, tell us the story.
So the story came with working in a salon in Queens. Too much clients and I couldn't remember nothing. So everybody was Honey.
Of course.
The owner was like, "You're going to be Honey." I was like, "Whatever works." And that was it. From then I was like, I'm keeping it. So that's how Honey came about.
Does anyone knows your real name?
Some maybe.
Some, maybe.
But they said that doesn't fit me. So it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't fit you?
Yeah.
Honey fits you? I think Honey fits you
When I
perfect.
go back to Brooklyn,
Then you're a different person there.
different.
Yeah.
But I feel like it does fit you so
Yeah,
so
me
Honey fits me perfect.
Yeah.
When I go home, it's
Different.
that other girl.
So you also switch the personalities whenever you
Well, not too much. Not too much. It's the same, but this is just easier to remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Honey is sweet.
It is so
So it's just
And
easy.
you are so sweet.
Yeah. I think it sounds like the nickname found you.
Yeah.
So there was a girl who needed to be called Honey,
Of
and
course.
that's you. A bee picked you.
There you go.
Thank God. So tell us, how did you start? I mean, to have someone doing nails in fashion business for such a long time and big names
And still
doing it, and like, I was thinking the other day, like, is there anything she
haven't done.
she missed? So we can ask her, is there anything you didn't do?
I haven't gone to Japan yet.
Oh.
I haven't gone to that side of Asia, you know. I want to go, but it's just the timing is always, you know, like it's busy here. It would be great to be over there, but either it's too hot to go in August, and I hate heat. So I'm like, but one of these days, I have a girlfriend that's over there, and she's always like, come. She's a nail artist too, and always like, come. But I was like, girl, I ain't coming in that heat.
And they're pretty innovative with their nail art, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So would it be ideal trip for you to combine it with work? If
Maybe if I'm out there long enough, you know, who knows? You know, like, oh, Honey's going to be here. Because they have a lot of shoots out there too.
So
I
let's,
think
let's find her a
that's-
job in Japan.
and go together.
Yeah, and go.
We all, and make it a trip.
Yeah.
I'm planning to go there
Yeah.
for some time already.
We should do a nice
Yeah.
little vloggy.
Why not?
That'd be
Shibuya
interesting.
girls, Brooklyn girls, working in Shibuya.
Exactly.
So, honey, tell us about from where you started.
I started pretty much, I'm a salon techie, love doing nails. And I just ended up like going into Manhattan to work in the East Village. So the owner was like, her name is Molly. Bless her. Molly was into like a promoter also, but had a little salon in, the East Village. And she was like, oh, they called us to do some shows. You want to do a show? And then it was like a shoot actually first before the shows. And she was friends with Steven's boyfriend at the time.
Steven Klein?
Mm-hmm. And she was like, you want to go on the shoot? I have no clue. No idea on none of this. Remember, I'm strictly salon, had no idea on this other world.
Yes, it's different.
It's different from being in the salon every day, doing, the funness. So they was like, yeah, let's go on the shoot. Okay. Mm-hmm. oh, wow, this is different. Oh, okay. So from that one day, that one shoot, that was it.
That was the one.
That was it. And I'm still grateful for today. I mean, still grateful up until this day. Still humble. Still thankful.
Can you tell us, what did you do that day?
It was actually for D squared.
Okay.
No idea. No idea.
Right.
No idea.
She had no idea.
Because I'm more like on the artsy pictures and, funkadelic and, looking at stuff on the street art, pop art. That's, So I didn't know what it was, to D squared. Oh, it's a fashion line. Oh, nice. Cool. With Naomi Campbell.
Did you know who she was?
I know who she was because my roommate at the time was obsessed with her. And he always used to be like, oh, look, showing me pictures at home. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, guess what? Naomi Campbell. He was like, oh my God. He got excited. And I'm like, yeah, let's see. But it was cool. What were their names again? Dan? Dean and Dan. They were there, but had no idea. I had even no idea of the photographer, nothing. And I didn't, back then the internet wasn't as it was now. So he wasn't like,
who they are, yeah.
Let me go see. No, I was just like, okay, nice.
But the environment, I guess, you saw how grand it is, right?
Girl, I was just like, food and water, and I don't have to go outside and get lunch. So I was like, okay.
Star.
I had no clue, but I mean, Super was like, oh my gosh, it was great because it was my first time.
So did they had an idea what they wanted and they just told you to do it, or they gave you a chance to show what you can do?
No, because it was pretty much, it was simple. I call the classics your classic nude, beige, or pink, or your red, Bordeaux, black, white. So it was classic red.
Classic red. Simple, easy for you.
Simple, easy. But I was just like, okay.
What do you think was the major job where you had an opportunity to do your art on the nails that actually was the biggest one? I mean, it's hard to pick from your portfolio to pick.
I know, and there's probably stuff in there that's probably not even there.
Yeah, I was about to say,
God knows so much. That's a hard one. Pick.
I remember your first one, let's say, not
that was like really artistically special.
Where they say, honey, do whatever you feel like doing.
Well, I did one like I was cleaning. Because I'm like a hoarder of nail stuff. Like I just keep everything. And it was actually, there's a few. There was one like for Time Out magazine. There was just like, do like your personality. So I did feathers and just real quick. Boom, 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 boom. What is her name again? Like they just gave me like a tray of like old cosmetic costume jewelry. I think that was with she was a singer with a music video. And like the nails came out. I don't know if you guys saw that one. And the nails were, it took me 8 hours to just do it. But I was, throughout the day because they're videoing, they're filming, and I'm just sitting there.
8 hours?
Yeah. The whole day. But
just to prepare the nails for someone to wear. It's a full shift.
Yeah, but it was fine. I usually do my nails right on set because I like them to fit a little better than a press-on. Depending on how elaborate you're.
So you would paint on?
Paint and like I did one for, in fact, but it never got published. It was actually for Insta.
Oh.
With fish and
what?
Water, and I use every medium. It was hand painting. It was like gels. There was paint, seashells, like a whole water fish scene. And I know I don't keep pictures or anything. I was leaving to go away that night because I was like up for like 30 something hours, and I'm like, I'm gonna sleep on the plane, and I did. Because the flight was like 20 hours. So I was like, okay, I'm good.
You were flying for a job? Or
I was just getting the hell out of New York. I just wanted
That's
to
far
get a
away.
break.
20 hours
20
far
hours
away.
away, girl. So I was like, okay. But that was cool. But what was her name? Oh, Brooke Candy.
Oh, Brooke Candy.
Her nails, I mean, like I said, they gave me a tray to just like, okay, take that and do it to her nails. Like it was all like Swarovski and crystals and stones, but they were big, like huge. So I was like, mind you, no gel. Everything was like straight up glue and glue gun.
Where do you find your inspiration?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
I could just see something and be like,
I can use
fabric, clothes, patterns.
Do you paint?
That's the thing. I'm not a drawer, but I'm a painter because I see color. I don't see black and white. It's weird. But at the same time, I can't see in-depth color. Meaning like, they're like, oh, it's blue orange. And I'm like, it's blue. I could just look at it and be like, that's not going to work on. Like, I can't see that in-depth. It's weird because I'm just like, I just do it visual.
Visual.
I remember once I had a photo shoot and a nail artist came and a stylist made her go to the store to get a new nail color because she had plenty of different nudes, but none of them worked. So she stepped out and she bought some new ones. We did it, and pictures came out black and white.
God, that hurts. That's like, oh yeah, how do you do all this? Put some gloves on.
Yeah, that would be.
Or like, oh no, we're just getting the back of her leg. The back? Oh. Or I'm going to tell you this one. I'm telling you, okay, bye guys, the shoot's finished. Oh, we didn't know she left. I got one of those to come back. Oh, okay, I'll come back. Yeah, we need her feet done. Okay. Do her feet, came back. Boom, boom. We go put boots on. Ooh. Okay.
Did they pay?
Girl, I was like, come on. Y'all put boots on her?
Yeah.
So her feet didn't need to get done. I could have just...
Yeah. It's the story of our lives.
But that happens, this is normal. Like you could do full on here and it'd be like, they're showing you up. 20 hours in here and then show this.
Yeah. But I feel it's because they want everything to be perfect. I feel it's also even when they know that they're not going to show everything, it's just the feeling that everything on set
is completed.
Perfect, that it's
an inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay.
So what is in your kit?
Ooh, child. Sink, the blender, plates, bowls. Primary colors, because I'm a mixer. I mean, majority of times I make my own colors on set.
Well, I read about that and I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Go, right?
I heard people want to pay you for the color that you made, the Tiffany color.
I know, right? I made the Tiffany, honey.
Yes, she made it by herself. But why we don't have a line yet?
Yes, that's...
Oh my God.
Are you lazy?
No. I just like,
Come on.
I just like to be like the behind the scenes person, I'm one of those.
Okay, be behind the scenes. We're going to be in front, but we need your line.
Okay, I'm going to do my collaboration, so watch out.
Okay,
That's a little cuter, because there's so much lines of color. I know. What's one more, right?
But yours, like when you look at your pictures, yes, that's a gold, but there is
something a little different.
Yes, it's a special gold or special red. There is always something a little bit tweaky different. We want your line.
Because I still like nail polish. I'm one of the few, I guess, who still uses a lot of polish on set.
And nowadays, girls are coming with gel a lot?
Oh my gosh, everybody.
How do you deal with that?
I just buff it down and polish right over it because I'm not, depending on how thick or big or busted they are, revamp it a little bit because I'm not going to take 20 hours. We don't have the time. Yeah. So we're going to just blend it. And I have like tips and tricks that I use on set when they come and it's grown out. Oh no, I'm just going to fill it in with A, B, and C. I ain't giving away all my secrets because,
Of course not.
but
But you have
I have ways
magic touch.
So basically, you can deal with anything.
doing it this long with all the money, Oh my God, her nails. Give me 10 minutes.
That's why she's in a business for such a long.
So you basically grew with the trends. And you know.
And kind of what works, what doesn't work. Usually, like, I do pros and cons right on the nail as I'm working.
So then you're setting the trends, actually.
Well, I guess so, but I'm one of those that's just like
Too humble.
My modesty kills me sometimes, but
in this particular business, but I mean, come on, it works for you for such a long time.
Because it comes like, this is not even work, because passion, the love for it, but I figure out things along the way, what's going to work. I mean, there was a time when I was on a job and I didn't have brown, girl, and it was a celebrity. I'm like, bam. Brown.
Perfect one.
Perfect. That's another one. You must bring all your primary. Your red, black, orange, pink, purple, blue, yellow, green, and you can mix it.
Do you have the perfect color favorite?
I'm a purple head. Purple. On the other side is my blue head. Today's a blue day for me. I'm wearing blue. But I like the classics too. It's grown on me because what do we wear all day? Beige, nude beige. I mean, they even come out with colors on set where they make up. I'm like, how about some beige, blue, gray? What? So I have to
calculate.
Like they say the most off the chain stuff sometimes, and I have to calculate it to what they're talking about because I'm like, I have no clue. But wait,
do you think they have a clue? Sometimes
you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna. Sorry. Sometimes you just flow with it.
Because sometimes on the set, I feel like they don't have idea what they want for nails, so you have to solve the mystery.
Usually, that's the last thing they can think of.
So it usually complements the whole look.
Yeah.
Because it's like, your nails are your accessory, your finisher. If you don't have a lip, you have a nail color. Mm-hmm. It works. So it's fine. I'll be like, whenever y'all ready, I'm just going to prep. Want their feet done? Okay. Let me know what color.
Do you feel like nowadays, I've seen, at least on my Instagram, maybe because, I don't know, I love nails. There's a lot about it, like techniques and some jokes about how we find our favorite technician. I feel like nowadays it's became a trend to have your nails done. I mean, that probably it's always been.
No, it's always been. I mean, how I started out too was shadowing, meaning I would sit and the lady who used to do my nails, because I got this as a gift.
Who gifted it to you?
My mom.
She knew? Or it was...
Oh, I used to say all day long, I want to be an artist. All day.
But an artist, not a
nail tech, but that's what it came out to. So I was just like, so I got it as a gift, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to do this. So I would go sit and watch this lady do nails after school.
Where in the salon?
In Brooklyn, in the nail salon where I used to get them done. I used to just sit there and watch her. Remember, back then, there's no internet. Yeah. There's no Insta. There's no Facebook.
Only library. But
library and
nails.
Magazines and DVDs. That was it. That's how I learned. There was no nail schools back then. You had to go to full cosmetology school. And I'm like,
So you had to figure out nail.
I would practice on me. That was it. Or on my mom.
And do you also pay attention to first, to take care of the skin and the nail, the manicure itself, and then?
That's my number one thing is nail care into the whole enhancement. You have to have a little bit of that. That's just like, okay, you're just going to the hair salon, constantly styling it, but there's no hair care. Meaning your conditioning, like oil treatments, your mask, a scalp treatment, massage. You're not doing none of that. You're just doing a regular wash and go. What's going to happen? It gets brittle. It's going to start breaking. It's going to start being crunchy.
So can you tell us what is the best nail care routine you would suggest?
I do like a cleansing scrub where it's also has like oils, good oils, jojoba. There's a little bit of olive oil. Do a little cleansing scrub because it has, also clean, but yet exfoliate. And there's lots of rich creams is good, but oil first, then cream.
Oil, then cream.
And you could use it all over.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
Do it a few times.
I'm doing it tonight.
do a few, you could do it a few times a day, just oiling up the cuticles.
Do you cut cuticles or you just push them?
I have my remedy because I've taken classes. I still take classes, by the way. Still do it.
I also took classes.
You did?
When I was 15.
Nice.
I wanted to know how to do nails. I wanted to be a manicurist, actually. That's very interesting.
Nice.
So for me, it was like whenever they're not doing a good job, I can be.
You could feel it. I know.
Vlada, I think I need help. Girl.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I am. I never had fake nails on.
Oh, that's good. You're good. See, my hands on my palette.
Wait, during work? I mean, when you modeled, you never had fake nails?
They would put it for the shoot. Yeah, but I never went to salon to do it.
Oh, no.
That's good.
I'm wearing gel for 3 years now.
Well, I'm wearing like just bus station, because this is my palette. So I test everything, and my thumbs are mine, but they're a little raggedy, but yeah, it's okay. But just from work.
So sorry, I interrupted. You were saying that you're constantly taking classes, right?
I take classes just to more visual. Like, YouTube is great, but I need live, direct, no cutouts, no editing, just to see. And it keeps you motivated too. And there's other techniques. There's so much, there's like no right or wrong way. You could build your own technique in your own thing. As far as cutting cuticles, depending on how much skin you have, because I know like the Russian technique is big now. And it just depends on the person's nails. I've come out with ways because I've taken a class with the Russian techniques and everything. So I maneuvered my own way because not everybody likes it.
Too long?
The Russian technique, like it makes some people cringe when they're taking with the e-file. The e-file, they don't like it.
I don't like it.
Right. So you have to kind of maneuver to the client. Some people don't mind. Some people mind. And do you need to take off a lot of cuticles? Not really. I mean, it's there for a purpose. So I've come up with my own technique of maneuvering around minimal cutting, minimal trimming, I should say. You have to have like hanging skin, hanging dead cuticle, That's why I'm like, no, I've come up with ways. And usually sometimes when you do take off, it peels back. It's a little inflamed. It just depends. You have to figure out if your client is not like diabetic, and usually they don't ask them. But I mean, that's a good thing to do. Ask if they have any, allergic reactions, if it's blood disorders, diabetic. Because some people, they hack it away and it ends up not looking great. Or I've seen somewhere around the cuticle, they hacked it away and it turns black. So it's weird. People have things going on since COVID. So I just did my own little technique. I trim off whatever's flying usually, meaning the dead skin, but whatever's waving. I've done my own technique as far as that goes. It works. It works because usually their manicures last for a few weeks. And this is just regular nail polish.
So as you mentioned, you prefer regular nail polish.
I still love it. Especially on set.
Especially on the set.
Especially on set. I mean, you change it out, you know. What I do like is just having a thin layer of gel on the bottom, and we could switch out all day without buzz sawing it off, constantly changing, you know, so. But gel is great if you're going for long periods of time. Your nails are like weak and soft for them to grow. Any, you know, any type of enhancement on top, fabulous. But like for set, it's just quick. But that's the thing. So gel is so easy to do.
And you like challenge.
Girl, for me, nail polish is so easy, but you'd be surprised on how much people can't polish.
I think to polish.
It's a technique. It took me a while to learn how to polish.
I remember, so I'm doing this, the gel for a long time now. And at some point on my toes, I don't like gel. I use
regular nail polish, yeah.
And I went to this, I was somewhere traveling, and I went to this girl a young girl. So I guess she started to do gel. Mm-hmm. And I brought her my own nail polish. I'm like, can you please put this on it instead of gel? And she was like, oh, let me figure out how to do it. I'm like, you just paint it? And she's like, oh, it's a different technique. It's like, it goes. Is. And to me, it was like, it's just like, you just.
That's a base foundation.
And she didn't know how to do it. I was shocked, to be honest.
No. A lot. You'd be surprised. I mean, I had somebody with me that was telling me, it's drying while I'm painting. I was like, girl, it's nail polish. Just like it's polished. It's okay. Yeah. But like once you know how to do nail polish, you could do anything. Mm-hmm. And you'd be surprised. A lot of people do just get regular polish on their toes. Mm-hmm. You know, and manis and pedis are still high in the numbers where people get it done on the regular. Some people don't want gel all the time. Especially if it's just like, oh, I'm going out for the weekend, get my nails done. They don't want gel. You know, they just want something quick, easy. I can take it off myself.
Yeah, that's me.
So nail polish is just like a lower maintenance. Mm-hmm. It goes in stages. I like it for, you know, I like both for certain things. Gels for certain things, polish for certain things, you know.
But I guess you don't do gel much on the sets.
Unless they specify that they want it.
That was the cases sometimes?
Maybe a few times, yeah. And I'm like, okay.
What about celebrities?
Celebrities are usually gel.
Usually gel. Opposite.
Or they do like the same. Like a lot of people get their polish, put on their feet, and gel on top.
Were there any situations when you were caught off guard and you didn't know what to do and there was some challenge on set?
Oh yeah, there's a few of them. There is a few, like the mixing of the brown, because I'm like, oh my gosh, you want brown? A brown French on top of that? Very rare. I think that's the only memorable one I had because it was celebrity, and I'm like, I was like, girl, stop it. Go mix your colors and stop playing.
And she wanted the color?
And who knows, I was like, who brings brown? I'm thinking, you know, you bring all your primaries, like your breads, the Bordeaux. And I was like, I don't feel like walking with the whole entire salon today. So I put the primary and I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking of, just that one. I'm just kind of easy in a corner, like whatever you want. I'll make it happen some way, shape or form. There's another shoot, same thing with the brown, but they sent me all red pictures. So I was like, oh, I thought you guys wanted red.
Someone's colorblind, maybe.
So I had to sit there and make browns all day long. And they wanted like the whole thing with the fade, you know, the blending fade, whatever. I mean, that was it.
So now you have brown on you.
Girl, I bought powder, pigment. So if I have to do a fade, I'm just stamping it on with the powder, pigment. That's it. So that stays in the kit. So I have pigment powder. And I usually used to have them, but you know, you take them out, sometimes you clean the kit. I'm like, oh, I haven't used this in so long. But now, because back then, again, with the mixing, because I don't feel like bringing the whole entire salon, I would usually always use, and we're talking, this is early 2000s when I just started, I would mix it with pigment. Instant polish. Oh, I got a color. Yeah. I did a show where, oh, they wanted this color. I took the facial powder, mixed the nude.
That's it. They got it. What about brands? Do you have celebrities who are particular about brands?
Yeah.
No.
No. Unless they ask for it.
And talking about celebrities and how they can demand something they want. So models are different, I suppose. They don't
choose.
They don't choose anything. So would you
Some
say
do.
No, really?
Some do. Well, remember, now it's different.
Oh yeah.
It's totally different, girl.
No, they all have personalities that counts.
And it's
Followers
different
on Instagram.
It's exactly. It's totally different now from back then, from when we started out, Vlada. So, you can request anything. That's fine. I'll get it. Well, more than likely I have it.
Yeah, they cannot surprise you.
No, I have so much stuff. I'm a hoarder. I save my stuff. Such super hard. I think all of us who work in this beauty wise, and we get product, you save it because you don't know when you're going to use it. So, most of us have storage units.
Everything in the storage.
The same thing with hair, makeup, and you always have to have it. Nails is the hardest out of hair makeup because of it's so intricate, detailed, and they don't sell it everywhere. Like half of the stuff comes from other countries, or I was ordering stuff from Ukraine and Russia, and and then you have to wait for it for like a month.
Yeah.
So I make sure I just have a little bit of.
What is your regular day like? How I guess when you have a shoot, it's a different working day than when you're at salon. Do you still work at your salon?
I'm still in there. Once in a while, I go in there. It's more like special folks, but nobody. No, it's called Cosmic.
Cosmic.
Where is it?
It's down by the Navy Yard.
Ooh.
It's down by right across from Steiner Studios. It's hidden.
So we can find you there.
Oh yeah, it's my little.
But there is a Google map.
I didn't put it. I'm so laid low. I'm going to put it out.
So you're not on Google Maps?
No, you just have to call me. It's all over word of mouth. Like I swear I was today. I had a client today. It was just like, you would never know. You can't see it. But I'm there. I'm going to put it out this year. I'm working on doing a little bit of, putting it out where, okay, I'm here. But I've been there for a few years.
Here.
I do waterless pedicures. It's in a zero gravity chair.
Ooh.
Just super simple, but your heart is up. Your heart is back and your legs are up.
We are doing this.
So it's a zero gravity chair, waterless. I use all type of potions and lotions, and I have my own little mixture of stuff where I make my own stuff.
And do you do it by yourself, or you have someone working with you?
I have to do it myself.
She really enjoys it.
I really love what I do. So I mix my potions and salts and scrubs. Another friend of mine who does all my like there's butters and there was salts from Barbados. It's a Life Balance. That's the name of her, where I get all my little ingredients from. She's online too. But yeah, I do it's just me. It is a one big party. It's always a nail party.
You're gonna put us on a list.
Yeah, whenever you guys are ready. You guys have my number. So it's just hidden away. There's a bunch of little cafes over there too, like a vegan bakery.
So we'll go one by one.
It's my birthday. We can celebrate my birthday. Girls party at Honey's.
It's called the Cosmic Hive.
Cosmic Hive, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have my number. You could call me. Or, whenever you're ready. But yeah, I have all my posts. You call me, let me know. You're more than welcome to have my number.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
We definitely will.
Yeah, for the summer, I plan on being there doing a lot of exotic pedicures. Whenever you guys are ready.
see those too.
Like lots of exotic pedicures. I do also like steam. Like it's a steam pedicure. I do paraffin. There's paraffin.
Oh, I love it.
There's no like dipping, or it's just super sanitary where it's just a bag with your paraffin. I add oils, to get your feet ready for summer.
Oh, I can get
off all that dead skin.
No.
Yeah. So I've been there a few years, but I'm hidden. But I'm going to put it out, guys, that I'm there because it's time. Everybody's keep like, why don't you say something? That's that little introvert, and then
we're gonna be a little bit louder now. We're gonna.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so loud.
And humble, we will scream out.
And it's not shyness either. I'm far from shy. I have a mouth, but I have to control it. I have to control the Sag in me. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm just, sometimes you have to no filter.
Yeah, I know.
So I turn it down a bit. So I'm like,
especially nowadays, right?
You can't say anything. So, but I was always just a watcher, just sit back in the cut and be like,
I used to be like that, but if you touch me,
Yeah, well, exactly.
But also, you have to feel safe with people in order to open up and maybe to listen.
Yeah, but it's about her work. You know what I mean? And people are asking you. It's not like you're going around bragging, oh, I have a salon. People are asking you and you're still hiding it. It's a little bit weird.
But she didn't hide. She just told us where it is.
Yeah, but up to now. Yeah. Because this is exclusivity.
Right. Nobody knows that I have a student. Nobody knows.
Now everyone will.
Now everybody knows.
Yeah.
And I'm in Brooklyn, I'm in Fort Greene.
And the line is around Navy Yard.
Oh my God, girl. And I make my own oils.
Ooh.
I mean, I made sure to do like I've tried so much oils and I'm like, no. Certain ingredients you have to get that's going to make it superb. And this is going on for years now, where it's done some curable things on set. Like I've been on set with models for like a week and they used the oil. It just disappeared. I'm not saying it's healing, it cured, but it just... It was like, wow, it actually worked because we've been working every day for like a week. So you could see the difference,
Sold.
I do oil baths for my guests. You get an oil bath, little potions.
So, honey.
Anna has something to say. Let me see. My teleprompter?
Yes.
Having your own brand and selling? Yeah.
I sell my own oils. It's just the oil. And
you made a brand of your oils.
Well, it's my Cosmic Hive oil, and that's the only thing I have right now. I mean, it's not out.
I need it.
I'm gonna give you some, like whenever whoever comes, I give them a sample and you use it.
But honey, why do you think it is that you're sort of keeping it low with your salon? Why is it because there's you're too busy and you don't care about getting anything, or is just you're comfortable that way, or are you afraid of being even more famous than you already are? What is that?
I don't. Maybe it's just a little bit of both, because like I've always just like, oh, I'm gonna go work in Fire Island. Like, yeah, I'm a free bird, right? Free spirited. It's like, one year I was in Fire Island working for weekends because I was just like, why don't we get the hell up out of here? And went on the beach and was doing nails in the little salon, or just go to Long Island and go just do random.
That's so cool.
It is. I mean, like why? I was like,
do you teach girls? Do you?
I have a few like girls that I mentor.
They never did like classes.
What about master class? Yeah. Or something like that.
Did I do it?
Yeah, would you do it? I mean, you're such iconic in our world. I think there's a lot of things.
Because what I do also is I mix in from back in the day to present, which is what's needed. Because half of these, what I see, and I go into salons and like, okay, I want somebody to get my nails done. Go get my nails on. And I'd be like, oh. Well, no, good. No.
How many did you try?
Been doing this for years. Just go in anywhere.
I remember I went, that was my big struggle for a long time in New York. I would go to salon and I just wanted my manicure. I didn't want any.
Simple.
And I walk in and they're like, pick the color. I'm like, I don't want color. And she's like, what are we going to do?
With you? Yeah.
Manicure? Make my nails nice.
No, but it's true. Sometimes you just want simple. Me too. Sometimes I just want get a good manicure. Some are good and some aren't, It's just like trial and error. Because you're just going certain places. Because it's wherever I'm at for the day, I look in the vicinity. So I'm like, just a mani. Because I used to have, it depends on my mood too, if I want to wear nails. Like, I'm going to be wearing my nails for 2024. Like, I haven't had nails for a while, but I just took them off because I was away and I was like, well, let's slap them on and we'll put them back on again.
But what is your hard-working day and easy day? Like hard days on set or in salon in general? When you go home and you say, I had a hard day. Have you ever had any of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
It's sometimes when it takes forever to figure out what they want.
Figuring out.
That takes the longest, and you could try it and it doesn't work. So you have to just keep trying. But no, for me, hard. I could do this with my eyes closed.
Yeah, but they don't know, so you have to figure it out. That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Like they showing you red and then asking for brown.
Or that has too much pink in it. Is it beauty we're doing, or is it fashion? It's fashion, It's too much pink. I make something up and put it right on top and leave it, and I'm not taking it off.
Yeah. Is there a color that fashion is always no to?
The nudes.
Nudes?
Oh my God. I mean, I think I have every color of nude. And usually I walk with my own colors now, meaning my mixed.
You're mixed, yeah. And the color that they would never, ever, ever pick?
You don't see green that often.
Yeah, no.
Unless it's something for beauty. I mean,
colorful,
talking about something.
They do use pastels, but like a green. They do midnight blues, which is pretty. It's like a blue-black. Nice, but you don't really see green. You don't see the oranges.
Yeah, orange, I would say it's really.
But usually, if we're doing some fun editorials,
Is there any difference between editorials, campaigns, runways? When you did that, and what would be the ones you enjoy the most?
It's a little bit of both. Campaigns could be fun because, when they're trying to, add in a fingernail, opposed to even editorials, which could be fun because they get a little bit more creative. Because editorials is more creative, a little bit more freedom with being creative. So, it has its thing. One is money.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And the other one is just okay.
What about celebrities?
I do them every now and then. They're fine.
Do you have favorite ones and not favorite ones? And why?
In celebrities?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a tough question to ask in public.
No, she doesn't have to say the names. She could say, yes, I do. Then yes,
celebrities are fine.
Because from my point of view, I think it's easier to work with celebrities than in fashion. Because for celebrities, one person is choosing. In fashion, you have photographers, stylists, creative. They all have to agree. And
make
I
up
think,
their minds.
Yeah.
I know. It goes through so much channels. But no, pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
For me, I just look at it one way. If you start looking at it all over
Who do you listen on the set? Photographer, stylist? Who is the main person for you to pick? If they're not if they're...
Depending, sometimes I go to the stylist. And sometimes they're just we don't know yet. Go to the makeup artist. I'm going to work off your makeup. And they're like, it's great. I try not to... Yeah, because they'll go crazy or take forever. So I was just you know what? Let me just ask. Unless, the photographer really is on a color, And then again, it could be the client. It's called reading the room.
Yeah.
I have to read the room every time I go to work and just figure out like, okay. You know?
Yeah.
So I read the room.
And
It just depends on what's going on
What's
and
going on.
how what's the details and
is there anything you've noticed how it changed throughout the years of your career? The way of work and
versatility is super big. Back then, it's switched up now. They're using more people, like just regular people, instead of back then it was more models. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It does. Okay, if you know what I mean. So that's changed a lot. There's a difference with that. And pretty much all different shapes and sizes now. Because when I first started, I was super fluffy. I was a thickums. A little bit more skinty now. But there's like more like voluptuous models, a little bit more fluffy and thick. The models are different shapes and size, which is great. That I love.
No.
Yeah, from back then.
Back then, we're all the same size.
Oh, everybody was just zero. It was just
-1.
girl. It was just all, but now, because now they want to appeal to everybody who's out there buying your brand, your clothes, so.
But I heard lately that some brands are doing not as good as before with inclusivity now on their marketing materials. I would think differently. I was surprised to read that.
Really?
Yeah.
But maybe that's not because of that.
No, I mean, that's what they're saying. I don't know. I just read an article. I didn't, but I was surprised to read. I would think differently that now with, different, even now you have girls who are not models, but they are in campaigns. They are like doing stuff like models used to do. But they're saying now that with this new like fashion that include everyone, the brand is not doing, like the magic is lost. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I read recently.
I'm not, I mean, it was about, back then it was always about the clothes.
Yes.
That's what the models are there to do.
To sell.
To sell is the fashion. Oh, okay. I guess that's another thing that it's a bunch of stuff. Like I said, from the internet happened, and I started out with there was no big internet. No.
Me too.
Yeah, no, we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
In 2005 and 2006, when I Googled my name randomly out of nowhere and saw forums about me, I was already 5 years working full-time, big names, and that was the first time I saw myself. I was like, "Ooh, this is weird."
I know. Interesting. I know, but I don't know. I think as long as social media is here, honey.
Yeah, we have to play with it.
Yeah,
We have to just, like what's the next one? TikTok?
Oh, TikTok has been around for a while. She knows. She's our social media specialist compared to me.
Compared to you, but
cave girl.
I got one thing on TikTok. And that was was it before pandemic?
TikTok became very big during pandemic, right?
Yeah, because anything internet, meaning social media, got big during COVID.
Yeah.
Podcasts, filming, TikTok-y, everything got big because what were we doing?
And I was surprised by how creative people are. Their imagination goes, wow. I was trying to recreate some trends and then I gave up. I'm like, it just takes so much time. I cannot do it.
Girl, I was cleaning the hoard, meaning pulling out bags of polish. I mean, that's what I did during COVID, was clean polishes. I mean, fine. Yeah, it was good. That's the thing. I was like, if you were it didn't bother me. I was good during COVID. I loved it in the sense of like, oh, I don't have to go outside. And I did go outside. It was fine. You know, I just kept this like
Going, working.
well,
Clean.
reading, keeping myself busy. The stuff that you haven't done in like 10, 15 years I was doing. So that's what kept me going. And, you know.
A lot of creative people used the COVID time and like that time to rejuvenate.
Yes, I slept. Because creative people, they don't sleep. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're having ideas in your head. You're like, I'm going to write that down. That would be me sometimes, like getting up. I get up at that 3, 4 o'clock in the morning for no reason, knowing you have the day off the next day. And like, why are you up? Sleep. Like I was on the phone this morning. Like, okay, let's see. On the phone. Thinking of like, I wonder if I could do this.
What was that?
Just pictures online looking at 4 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing up, honey? Girl, you need to sleep because you got to be up. You have a client at 11. Just random. It's so strange. And I think it's an art thing, a creative thing that we do this.
Time doesn't matter.
What kind of pictures are you looking at? What inspires you?
I mean, I was looking up like pop art. I was looking up like I had a lot of colors in my head from fabric, which is crazy. I know, because texture, I'm looking at prints, just random.
I mean, it's not that random,
Well,
honey.
I mean, for
I
me,
would look at cats, you know.
I mean, that's my other thing. I'm a cat lady, you know, so. But yeah, just for me, it's like, you know, for us, it's nothing because we constantly, the artist in us is always looking at different things and, you know, inspiration and motivation and happy things. That's me all day. So
do you feel like this social media and all these technologies make things so much more affordable for us, easier to get
to some degree, as long as it's not stopping like the whole AI thing, you know, you're like, do you really need a makeup artist now? Do you need a nail person now? Yeah.
A model?
A model? Yeah.
We're already gone.
Yeah, because I could tell, I'm like, that's not a real person. Look at her hands. First dead giveaway. They usually have like 10 fingers.
What?
Yeah, you ever looked at those AI pictures? Look at their hands. They have like 10, 9, 8 fingers. Look at their hands. Super veiny. 10 fingers, 9 fingers. Look at them.
Tonight I'll be 4 a.m.
Look at pictures from AI. You'll see that their hands is crazy. And I'm like, that's the first thing I see is people's hands.
You see, first thing I see, eyes.
Eyes, right?
First thing, eyes. And then feet. And then the rest.
I see hands. I see toes. I see feet. And I see heel backs. Like, oh.
It's professional.
I know.
But I have a friends in Serbia. They're my high school buddies. And we have a group chat. And one girl, she's particular with feet. And when she sees, something disgusting, she's sending into group. I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't pay attention. She's like,
I love it. I love feet. I mean, I used to do dry pedicures with my mom. Like 12. I'm like 12 years old she was a nurse and I would sit and do dry pedicures with a scalpel.
She let you use the scalpel?
Yeah, she was sleeping because she had to go to work. She worked, she was a nurse at night. So I would come in and do her feet.
Oh. Wow.
With a scalpel.
If I see my son with scalpel coming close to me, I wouldn't trust.
Knocked out. It feels great because there's, I'm not cutting you. I'm just cleaning with a scalpel because the tools at 12, I don't have any tools. It's like she got a scalpel at work. Okay.
So when was the point when you realized that something is weird about you, that you're into nails artistically?
I love it though, because again, it's just like anybody in the beauty industry, like, like sitting there painting faces or doing feet.
That's normal for you.
It's normal.
Right? But when did you realize that it's not actually everyone doing it, that you're special?
I'm the middle child.
Okay.
So that's an extra 5 special right there. Because she's already a little quirky, a little crazy, a little touch of crazy. But yeah, like I'm sitting doing a dry pedicure on this lady, meaning my mom. Had no idea. Like all I knew was that I'm just sitting there cleaning out, cuticles and dry skin, and no idea.
But you were not even teenagers, so...
No, because as I
How
left,
many 12 years old who are interested to do pedicure to a sleeping mom?
Lady.
Yeah, I know it's so crazy because
But it's
Zero.
fascinating. Yeah, it's fascinating. I think it's amazing. Was that the moment when you realized
I
that
kind of
you have
figured
a
out like, yeah,
weird hobby?
weird hobby, and I had only 4 colors: my purple, green, black, and blue. That was my stash of colors. That's all I would wear. A little bit of goth, mix it in because it's cool.
You go to school with your nails on?
Oh, I would. Oh my gosh, I would. My nails would be all different types, and
I can imagine you like at 12 with the nails.
it was like the black Punky Brewster.
Right?
Do you remember Punky Brewster?
No.
No.
Okay, you guys look Punky Brewster up. She was just like this little young kid, Punky.
Okay.
And I loved her. Oh my gosh, Punky Brewster. Just all type of, fun colors and bright and neon and
Yeah, I imagine
rainbows.
someone with the different colors.
Mhm.
Really intense.
Punky
Anna
Brewster.
showing us Punky.
Oh.
She was a cute little, it was a
Do
show.
you guys know Punky Booster?
We're gonna get to know her.
You know what I just realized talking to you, that when I was 7 years old and I was having my pocket money for whatever food at school, I would save it. You know what I bought?
Nail polish?
No,
You know what color?
what? Blue?
Purple.
Purple. Wow, I love her. That's my color. Oh my
I
gosh.
remember I went to the store and I was picking and I picked that purple.
Purple. I love it.
Purple ring.
I love it.
Purple nail.
Purple nails.
nail.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's why cosmic. Maybe purple is a cosmic color.
Cosmic is more of it has to do a little bit more in depth in me growing over the years. Well, more in depth as just spiritually.
Spiritual.
Mm-hmm. I mean, eventually you have to grow up, but I'm not. I'm gonna stay a kid forever.
Yeah, we chose. We spoke about that the other day. We're
There's
not
no
getting
need to
older.
grow up because that just makes you old. So
And
might as well just-
bored.
bored and old. So you just might as well.
Grumpy.
And adults, they are not creative, I guess. That's
They're not
your
fun.
little kid
You
who's
have to have
playing,
fun.
right?
You need to be fun. I mean, this is going to be that's longevity for life.
Yes.
For living,
And for work too.
for work, a little bit of everything. It brings the calm, the peace. Because of so much went on within the past few years. So I was like, okay, you might as well just enjoy yourself while you're here. Go with the flow and, hold no gripes,
I usually ask our guests, is this the career you dreamed of? Obviously it is. For
It
you.
came out to doing this. I had no idea I was going to be doing this. It was just art all day.
But it was subconsciously you were doing that without thinking of it as a career, but it turned out.
It turned out to be that way because I was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to teach myself. Because I didn't go to school until I found this actual nail school in New York, in Queens, in 1995. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get licensed. Because now I was like, let me do a spa. Like it opened up other things because you're licensed and you could work in spas and you could work in different things. So I was like, yeah. So I got my license and I was working for Estee Lauder in Chelsea Piers.
Ooh.
Back in the day, girl. Origins. That was cool because I used to work out, girl. I was fit. Worked out in that gym. So there was no excuse. Like you have to work out. And I think, and you know what's funny too? I was working there, and there was actually a client of mine that was a set designer who came to me. But mind you, I didn't start doing set yet. And she was a set designer. So years down on the road now, I see her. And I'm like, I don't know if you remember me. She was like, oh my God. You used to do my nails in Origins. In the spa, in the gym. And I think we was at Chelsea Pear's, Pier 59.
Pier 59.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, how coincidental is that? You know?
In New York City. I mean, yeah.
Would never think. But like, again, I would never think that I'll be doing set life. Mm-mm. I'm just like, ooh, I'm going to do my nails in the salon. Ooh, that was my thing, you know?
So basically, you were just doing what you love, and
That's it.
Wherever it brought you, and you're here now.
That's it.
Are you happy about your life, the way it brought?
I love it. I still love it now. It's crazy. I mean, anybody, like, you know, from my past, meaning, you know, growing up, they was like, I still don't believe that you're doing nails. Like, you're doing this forever. Like, you're doing this since you're like 10. You know, they're exaggerating, but it's been so long. I haven't done anything else. I mean, I worked in the hospital for a little bit, but that was just ordinary.
In the hospital is doing what?
Girl.
I don't remember.
No, I do, because I had to. I had to work in the hospital because, you know, people don't understand that it takes a while to get coinage. So I was like, I needed to get my side hustle. So I would work the night shift. I was like a tech and sleep in my car and go to set.
Oh.
In scrubs. Because I would wear a full suit. Because I was like, I'm not touching anybody. Everybody, cooties, like, you know, so I would, you know, put on and work. But it was fabulous. I was no complaints. The doctor was like, I don't know how long you think you're going to be doing this for, because you haven't slept in a week. I wasn't. I would go to set, go straight back to work, go back to set, back to the night shift. I would work 10 to 6. So I had enough time in the morning to come back on set. And sometimes I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a shower and sleep in the car.
Did you notice how she says, I went to set and to work?
Yeah.
Is that?
I know.
Because I was like, so set is not work?
It's work, but that's my love work. Now, that working the night shift, that was work. Holy shiz. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to work in the morning. I'm going to take some sleep. Yeah, but back then, those people from back then, they all knew that I was sleeping in the car. Steven one time was like, she was talking to a stylist, she was like, that's Honey, she's always sleeping. I'm like, I'm not sleeping because I just came from work.
Which years was that? Did I know you already?
This is like when I just started. So I started in 04. So we're talking about 05.
Yeah.
So 05, like during early 2000s, 5, 6, 7, around that time, 9, within that bracket. I don't remember exactly, but that was work, and this was my passion.
So you would do this even though they don't pay you. So you have to work.
Maneuver.
Yeah.
Maneuver. I mean, you know how it is if we're doing editorials. It has to be blended in with your advertising, your commercials, in order for you to get your coinage. You know, you have to do your editorials. But I loved it. I didn't care. But I was like, okay, I'm going to go and work the night shift a few nights a week so I can have some coinage and I can pay my bills and still do it. So everybody's happy.
But were you happy at that moment?
Yeah, I was just dead of tired. I mean, I need to sleep. Oh my God. But you can't sleep because you've been up for you've been up for a week. But the doctor was like, you're not going to be doing it. I was like, I know. Just for a little bit. So I did it for a year.
For a year, that's long.
And those hours on set can be unpredictable, right?
I was like, listen, I have to go to work tonight, so I have to leave right now. Mind you, I have to be to work at 10. You're not going home. You're just going straight to work.
Wow.
But there's, when you're young, you could do that, right? I was young. I didn't care.
And if you love it.
And I love my set life. Because, it's still new. Every day is different. You get to be around so much other creative people. I don't care.
So you, as Ines usually ask, you wouldn't do anything differently?
No. Mm-mm.
Where do you see yourself in 10, 15 years? On a set?
No, I'm trying to that's the thing. That's a conversation that's been coming up a lot. Like, what do you want to do? Or inventions.
20 hours flight away from you.
I would move there in a heartbeat and be like, you want to just teach them over there and just live there? It's not expensive.
Where?
It's in Thailand.
Thailand.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
yeah, you're used to go there every year.
Oh my gosh, that's my space. Oh my
Where?
God.
Where exactly?
So we was in not Phuket, Krabi. It was Koh Samui.
Koh Samui.
Where else? There's other little island. Because there's so much little ones, a bunch. Like we just take tours out there.
I love it.
But I love it. I mean, oh my gosh.
How come you never went to Japan? It's not. It's so close there.
Well, the timing. I was like, I'm not leaving.
On set, girl.
There was like, I was like, can I stay another week? It was like, no, you have to come back.
I remember those days when you have to beg for a week off.
But I love it. It's just a happy vibrational place. I've never seen people so happy in my life.
I went to Thailand a couple of times and I was so happy and impressed with their energy. But then Dominican Republic was actually
a little
even
happier.
Yeah, then
they party. That's what keeps all these islands going. All they do is party. Can't get any happier than that. Could you imagine just partying all day?
It makes me so tired.
Just a little bit, but I'm gonna sleep and get back up and go.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, continue. But I mean, it's fine.
So in 10, 15 years, Thailand?
Probably Thailand. I don't know. I've been just like using my head a little bit, my brain of like tools. Just thinking of things to come out that would make life easier for nail tech. I'm just thinking of like little inventions.
What about us? Not just nail tech. What about regular people?
No, this is for regular people.
But what do you think? Is there anything that you missing? Any tool that or maybe that you shouldn't say that it's a secret? Then
not right now. I'll just wait for that one.
Yeah, don't say them.
It will come. Yeah. I mean, she can say yes. There is one.
I mean, there can be one coming. You never know. But it's just like little things that I'm working on. I'm just testing it on myself with certain things, or like again, getting up in the middle of the night with the write that down.
Honey, is there anything you can tell to young artists who want to do what you do and want to be at the same places you've been to?
Open mind. Have an open mind. I'm just thinking of myself to put out there how I was when I started.
What would you say to younger Honey?
Yeah.
Younger Honey. She was pretty good. As for somebody who's never worked in the industry, you know what saved me? Of just sitting back and observing and watching and not getting into the mix of I want to be seen and heard. No, I'm going to sit back and just let me see what goes on. Let me see everything that's on the platter. That's what kind of saved me and from watching the do's and don'ts on set. Because we've seen stuff and I'm just like, oh my God, I feel bad. Oh shit, I'm going outside. You know, that would be me. I'm like, okay, I'm going outside. Because, you know, you feel a type of way, but that would be the best bet. Like, I mean, that's what I've done the whole time is just sit back and, you know, watch and just figure out and be like.
It's interesting. It goes in such contrast with what we are taught nowadays to say, yes, speak up, express yourself, you know, that's the...
Well, I think that's what they do in fashion industry in general. Everyone wants to express themselves in some way, creatively or, you know, but I mean, I don't know. I think it depends on personality. I mean, you see, she's like very expressive, but also introvert in some way, where she gets her inspiration. So maybe that's why her way is a long way.
I mean, it kind of works. I mean,
yeah, it works. It worked out for her. Maybe, you know, if I had that, this personality, but that thinking, maybe it won't, you know, match and, you know, be
useful. I mean, and then again, you remember, we have to deal with so much personalities, egos, and who headstrong, and, you know, sometimes they talk crazy. So I know myself. That's the Brooklyn. She's.
So it's better for her to get out of the room, yeah.
So because I know myself, and, you know, it's self-control, because don't say, you know, it's always just keep it professional, you know, for me. Just kept it professional, because I know I'm like.
And it worked.
Because sometimes, yeah, because, you know, sometimes you push somebody enough or push their buttons, firecracker. But I was just like, you're just going to go with the flow, kill them with the kindness, and pay them no mind. But, you know, sometimes I have my day of like resting bitch face. I'm not perfect. I'm going to be, you know, us women, we get into our moods or whatever. So I'm just like, oh my God. You know, I remember one time I was just like, I am so freaking mad right now. Could you guys tell? Could you tell that I'm pissed off? It was like, no, honey. You know, but I have to do a woosah moment, girl.
I would pretend I don't speak English, like, or I don't understand. That was, I don't understand. And I would just go.
But I feel like it's not only pretending. At those moments, I really don't understand.
I do, but I don't want to.
It sounds like a gibberish to me. I don't get anything.
That's happened where they're talking and I was like, I didn't hear a word. Understand? That's what it's crazy. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't even know what did you just say? And they can say it again. I won't. Nothing. Where it's kind of, you blank out a little bit. But again, this is women vibes and.
But I think it's also a wisdom. You know, in the business, if you want to, you know, succeed, there has to be some tricks and, you know, tweaks to go down the road with all these obstacles, egos, and.
I pay them. Sometimes it just, you can't feed into it either. Because it'll just have you crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to take none of the negative energy or this person. I'm not, no. You take it. You could take
it's
it.
Yours.
I don't want it. We all have our own issues at this or that. I don't. So I make sure I'm not taking nothing home with me.
That's really important.
Oh, it's like a skill, girl. Of not taking people's.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you could walk into a room and the energy, sometimes it's heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sprinkle some fairy dust.
Yeah.
Some glitter and happy and exactly. So, but I've learned, what also taught me was working in salons throughout the years. You meet so much people. You meet people all walks of life. You know, don't judge them. because you just don't know what the in-depth they're dealing with, their day-to-day, whatever. So that kind of helps you out too from reworking in salons of like, and I've met so much interesting people. So like so much cool people, that's why I'm like, so it's part of that too, of working, being in a salon for such a long time too.
So you know how to deal with
the bartender at the end of the bar. Good listener.
Is there any work that you've been doing in fashion that you haven't done yet and you would love to do it?
Any
I'm
work?
sure there is. Okay, yeah, really.
Like, I don't know.
Really, girl, when I see that list of names.
I'm just thinking, no, I want to just go have somebody take me on a trip with them and just be like, we're doing a spa day. You're hired for the day. Take me on a trip and go away. That's my
Let's
thing.
take her to Japan.
That would be nice.
Girl.
Someone take us to Japan, us and Honey, and we'll work there. And
I would be the life of the party, meaning we're going to bring it, but not hardcore party, but party fun party.
So Honey and Anna, they will make our life easier to organize podcast interviews.
Who?
Anna, Honey, and Anastasia. And we're going to work. And they're going to party. And then we switch. They work and we party.
Oh, good. I'm ready. Whenever you guys are ready.
We're always ready.
We need some sponsors.
Sponsors, yes. Like hotel, airline.
Airline, flight,
And food.
food.
Okay, we can do food. But
why not?
airline, we need the
We need
spa.
Oh, girl. I would love
What else?
a spa.
Some clothes.
It's okay. We can have
Yeah.
a closet.
You have a closet?
I mean, I have a storage, and that's fine.
No, but Japanese clothes, like a Japanese style, like
They do funky too.
no,
like,
I like that.
Like punky.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have a clothes for Japan. I need
we don't
Japanese
have
clothes.
clothes
Yeah, we
for
don't have.
Well, we could go to Japan. Once we get there, girl, it's like endless.
Yeah,
You could get so much
it's
stuff
a different planet.
there. It is. I mean, could you imagine like the makeup, the nail supply, the outfits, girl.
There was a store, Don Quixote.
I heard of that.
That was my store. I went there every night.
So after work, it's 24 hours open. First stop after work is Don Quixote. I would Don Quixote. I used to remember the song. I forgot it now. I used to spend all pocket money in one day in Don Quixote, and then I would starve for a week.
But you got some good stuff. No, that's the good stuff.
2004.
Wow, I love it.
I wonder if it's still there. Is it still there?
Probably it is.
Tell
There was like a nail ring.
Oh, like the piercings? Yes. Oh, girl.
You love it there.
I know. I would come back home broke. Like,
Me too.
You just have nothing left.
Oh, no, we're looking for sponsors.
Okay, so we're gonna get sponsors. You're gonna put that in the universe, and we're gonna manifest it, right, guys?
Japan is calling.
That's it. We're good. We're already there.
Okay.
Yes. But now let's see what we can do here.
Okay.
Game time.
You ready?
Ready?
I'm ready.
It's gonna be difficult.
No,
Just
it's gonna be easy.
she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Yeah, she's like no. All right. That's a good question. Work vacation or work-free holiday?
I think I would like a work vacation.
TV series or movies?
Movies.
Take out or dine out?
No, dine out. I want to be outside.
Tulips or roses?
Tulips.
Sushi or ramen?
Japan.
She didn't come out. Sign. Let's see. Sushi bar sponsor or ramen bar sponsor?
I think we should get some sushi.
Call or text?
I want to talk. I want to hear. It's a little bit more in depth on a phone call than a text. Text, it's just too cold.
Mm-hmm. And you can interpret the way you want to do it.
Exactly.
Wrong way, usually.
95% of the time, yeah.
So Paris or London?
I think I'm going to say Paris because I haven't been to Paris yet. I've been to London.
Silver or gold?
Oh, silver.
Soda or milkshake?
Nah, I'll take the milkshake.
Surfing or kayaking?
For kayaking. Upper arm strength. I need it. I work with my hands and arms. Yeah.
Espresso or cappuccino?
Nah, cappuccino. Espresso is gonna have you popping. Too strong, girl. I don't need to be shaking.
Hard one. Cat or dog?
Cat. I'm a cat lady. I got 2 fur babies.
Sofa or bed?
No, I need bed.
Play or musical?
Musical.
Day trip or overnight trip?
No, overnight. I'm a night person.
Go forward in time or go back in future?
Go forward in time or go back in future? All right, I'm going to go back in time.
Thank you, honey. It was
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This was so good.
You're real honey for...
Thank you so much. This was great. I could do these like on a regular.
Let's do
Because
it.
nobody ever sees me. Remember, I don't post. I try to, but I'm like, oh my God, it's
But
just
please post more. We want to see more of you.
I'm going to post. Yeah. I'm going to post on Monday because they said that's a good day. Like I had to look up like what's a good day to post. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try.
Well, this podcast is for people like you. People who try to hide, but we find them.
But you find that's good because we're still around. We just lay low you know.
We want to see you and we want to show you.
I
to
so
the world.
appreciate this. I loved it. Thank you so much, guys.